welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rezero, and today on Anime Reaction, we just endured
Yep, that's about right.
The 15th episode of Rezero. If you want to check out our reaction to the 15th episode of Rezero, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. Don't forget to like and share our videos. And thanks for watching.
Oh my god, this episode.
Speaking of liking and sharing our videos, you're going to want to watch some of our funnier series after this shit.
Right?
Oh my god.
Go watch some Flying Witch.
Or in our case, I think we're probably going to hit up Amama to Inazuma.
There we go.
But,
God,
anything
Lord.
cheery after that.
That was bad.
Alright, so
Story time.
right after this, right after I'm done watching this, my first thought is, how can he turn it around?
Yeah.
His save spot is in such a shitty position.
You know, he can still get back to the mansion before the murder happens, because the past two times when they're going back to the mansion, they took the safe route. If they took the direct route, it's not as safe, but they could get there quicker.
So you're thinking maybe the enemy won't think that they'll take the direct route, and therefore they can avoid him that way?
I think that they probably wouldn't encounter that cult on the less safe route.
Right. Also, I also thought of something during the scene where Subaru was being held captive, and could be an answer to your question as well. Beetlejuice mentioned the name Pride.
Well, yeah.
Beetlejuice is the aspect of sloth, and therefore, and it seems that he has a power kind of based on the aspect of that deadly sin. What if Subaru has the same thing? Or is that the return by death?
Maybe?
Because if the return by death is just maybe a curse of the witch, maybe he has some sort of latent power waiting to be released if he's an embodiment of pride. Which, let's face it, kind of fits into a T.
Yeah, he is pretty much the embodiment of pride. So him being called Pride did not surprise me at all.
No. Yeah. I kind of wish he had a little bit more control of where he's going.
Yeah.
I don't like exactly where he's at. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's pretty much unavoidable.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the first time that they went back, I believe they didn't go back until Rem felt the, whatever from Ram.
Right.
So this time when they went back, they ended up getting caught by the cultists because they went earlier. So she didn't get that sense from Ram until they were right there. So that's why I think he has a decent amount of options, but not as many as I think would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, if he has to find some way to beat him before they set out, it seems. Because if they catch him on the road, they're done. They get to the castle, they're done. So he has to find some way to nip it in the bud, perhaps.
Yeah, like I said, if they took the more direct route, the dangerous route, and they get there first, then I think they would stand a better chance.
Yeah, they can group up with Roswell and Amelia and all them and kind of mount a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that would also help the villagers too.
Yeah, so I guess right now, the Super's biggest asset is his prior knowledge.
Only problem is that you can't really tell anybody where he got his prior knowledge from.
They can try to, but
yeah, it's just a little adds a nice little handicap. Right at the end of the episode, when Subaru carried Rem's body all the way back to the mansion, this giant thing, could be a rat, could be like a giant wolf. It's something with a long snout. I know that.
Yeah.
This giant thing stands up from the mansion and tells him to sleep along with her daughter.
And if looks could kill, off with his head. Just by looking
I
at
think
him.
it was more of the same thing that happened to him previously where he froze. Because when it showed him up close, his skin had kind of a texture to it where it looked like he was frozen. So I think his head just kind of
Just fell off.
cracked off in the wind. I think that's what happened anyway.
Okay.
Um,
So like when he entered the basement, more or less.
but I think that giant thing might be the Jealous Witch or an aspect of the Jealous Witch. But what really interests me is her saying, sleep along with my daughter. I think she might be talking about Amelia.
Very well could be, yeah.
That's just what I think.
Sound enough.
I don't know. I've never read the source material, so I really don't know.
It's still pretty crazy. Especially considering that Amelia basically denounces that she has any part of the Jealous Witch.
No, she can denounce all they like, but if it's a fact.
Well, yeah, she doesn't necessarily have to know. Like, if she is in fact the Jealous Witch's daughter, then she doesn't necessarily have to know that she is.
That too.
But
I'm honestly just wondering how the hell they're gonna go, where the hell they're gonna go from here. Because 10 episodes left, at least.
yeah,
This is like a really bad end finale.
but
He's still got more. So he
the-
has to really...
yeah. The other thing I was thinking is how everybody always says that half elves are related to the Jealous Witch.
Mhm.
Maybe there's something more than that than just being of the same race. Maybe they're more created,
That might be interesting.
Okay.
which is why she could say her daughter. Maybe she thinks of all half elves as.
I was
her
about
spawn
to put it that way. There's also like the connected aspect of it, to where one person might view a giant group of people that's not necessarily family. So it could be something similar to that,
Okay.
where they're more connected through magic and stuff.
Some sort of, some sort of emotional bond, perhaps, also.
Yeah. I don't know. This episode was really, really fucking brutal. Like,
Yeah.
more brutal than any of the other episodes so far.
And it kept getting more brutal and more brutal up until the end. And I was just, and here I was thinking, I'm like, I can't get any
The only
worse.
problem I had with this episode was where Subaru basically broke down for most of the episode.
Right.
I kind of thought he was past that at this point. Like, he's experienced the return by death so many times.
Yeah,
But like, I understand that it would be emotionally taxing, but I feel that he should be coming back more often than not with just determination.
Yeah,
actually,
Determination and thinking how to fix the problem rather than shutting down.
actually about that, I don't think it's an emotional problem that explains him kind of breaking down when he comes back. Every time he comes back, someone remarks that he has that unpleasant smell or the witch's miasma more present in him.
well,
I think I might be wearing it down instead.
the time that he broke down, that didn't happen. And the time that he broke down, I think that's more because he hasn't seen something that bad.
Yeah.
An entire village completely slaughtered. Everybody slaughtered. That would be very traumatic, and I could see that.
It would be very traumatic, but I would like to think that if I had, the same ability, that my first thought would be, I need to prevent this.
Well,
there's nothing more important than me preventing this right now.
Yeah.
Well, and to Subaru's credit, his look at the end.
Yeah, that's what his look at the end was.
That's
I
true.
just didn't think necessarily that the particular loop that he was in for this episode was really what his response should be anymore. But I also can't necessarily speak on his mental state because not everybody is the same strength of mind.
Yeah.
Not everyone dies multiple times in increasingly brutal ways either.
True.
So,
But yeah, so definitely looking forward to more of the series. Hopefully it gets a little less brutal sometime, eventually, maybe. This
Not
is,
at all.
however, a white box anime. So
they have 10 episodes to make it worse if they're going to be white box.
let us know what you thought of the anime and what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. So I don't think that be thumbs down.
No, brutal as it was, this was pretty good. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rezero.
See you next time.